Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I've gotten a few comments here and there asking how I go about automation, and this is a video just for you. I am also going to challenge myself to try and make a whole riff using only one chug and just manipulate it in different ways just so I can actually showcase how I go about thinking about it. So hopefully this helps, and it'll be a fun journey, and hopefully it doesn't turn out bad. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. I have a suggestion box in that server, so if you have any suggestions, you can either throw them in there, or you can just put them in the comments. I'm always reading comments. Anyway, let's just get into it. Like I said, one chug. That's all I got. But I did make a drum track that I thought was cool, and it sounds like this. And so yeah, let's just get manipulating. So I have the one chug. I know I'm going to want to follow the kick drum. So I'm going to take the chug, copy, paste. And since I don't want it to be too robotic sounding, I'm going to go ahead and just switch them. And as you can see, it's going to sound a lot less like machine gunny. The pick attack is still like super strong, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy paste along with what I'm looking at on the MIDI up here for the kick and snare. And let's hear what I have so far. That sounds crazy. Can you actually play that on guitar? No. I already know you're gonna ask. Wow, that was a lot more work than I thought it would be. So this is what it sounds like, just roughly copied pasted. So yeah, not too great, not too bad, not great. But this is where I will go in with automation and I will see what I can do. So I have a top line for volume, the line below that is ring mod, the one below that is chorus, one below that is Pro MB to do that laser beam kind of effect. You can check that out in the video up here. Virtual mix rack, that's also in the video up there. I have one for a EQ filter. I have the wow pedal in Gojira, transpose in Gojira, and just extra EQ for I don't remember what, but I do like to do the Pro MB trick when I just want something different, so I'll just try that. So immediately that made a huge difference. Maybe I can do some like ring mod higher tuned. Maybe throw on the Pro MB right there. And so you can see, like, even though it sounded really just copy paste at first, now it sounds like it was actually intentional. Kind of hearing another screech there. And so yeah, that's already becoming pretty sick. And so just to quickly pause right here and just kind of explain what's going on. I don't really ever have a plan, straight up. I'll just kind of listen to what I wrote, and I'll listen to it kind of just a few times like I just did, and just listen for something that I might be hearing as I'm listening to it, because I find that really helps with actually laying out a plan or a foundation for the automation that I'm doing. And there's not really a method to my madness. I'm just mad. So one more time. So right here I am hearing another something, but I don't know what. I'm hearing another higher screech right there. I'm just going to pull it up a random amount. And then I want a higher screech there, so I'll put on the ring mod, the wow pedal higher, and the transpose higher. put the wow pedal higher. Or maybe just the transpose. Oh no, I've ran into trouble. This is another spot where I think that Pro MB trick that I mentioned that would have been up there earlier in the video would really help, because it kind of just ruins the signal in a kind of pleasing way. And I'll show you right here. So if I turn that on along with the compressor, it got up higher, so I'll turn those down. And I do think it's important to not sit in one spot too long without listening to the full thing, so let's do that again. These little hits right here, they're too short, they sound a little machine gunny, so I'll just make it a stutter. Maybe just the last two. Yep. Kind of want those to be a little screechy as well. Exactly like that. And I'm hearing that Pro MB trick right here as well. Maybe just on that one note right there. And again right there. And right here, since there's a lot of the really short notes, I can just go crazy with it. I'm just going to do random stuff like I've been doing. So those two will be like that, and then these two will have, just say, for randomness sake, the ring mod and the Pro MB trick. And that sounds pretty cool. So full thing one more time. Let's see what we can come up with after this. I'm hearing like a stutter on these two. Maybe another Pro MB trick right there. And maybe right there for that little note, a little ring mod. Another stutter there. A little further back just so we can get more context. Kind of want another stutter here, but I'm doing a lot of stutters, so what I'll do is instead of just strictly making it a stutter, I will make them different pitches just to make it a little more interesting. So the first one can be fine, but I want this one to be higher. Maybe ring mod. Just to give it a little bit more variety. Context check again. Kind of like those long notes to have the Pro MB trick because it makes it just sound so much meaner. So again, the first two can stay the same. I will do just random variations of everything. So these two can have the Pro MB trick, these two can have the ring mod, and these two can just be transposed. Just because why not? And that last note doesn't really sound good when it's just short, so I'm gonna do something where you reverse the take, pull it over so the pick attack is at the end, and then just blend them in. So it ends in that whoop. And let's do one more full listen through. So I'm hearing maybe I can shorten these because it just sounds like noise in that spot. It doesn't really sound like notes. Maybe shorten these ones as well. And that's it. And you thought it was over? It's not. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a full song riff thing. Nick Broomhall ripoff. Sick Thall Sunday. That's really hard to say. So just to make this easier, I'm going to copy and paste the kick drum over up onto a bass track, like so. Paste that in, drag these up, control all of them, force legato, and then where does the guitar end? Right there. So drag the track over, move that over, and then now we have a bass track. Let's hear how that sounds. POV, you forget to move the notes down. So let's hear it now. Sounds sick. I'll just add a random impact right here. That sounds really sick actually, but I want ambience and I'm strictly using that one chug. So how am I going to do that? Let me show you. So I'll take the chug here and I will just take one of them and I will put it on a ambient guitar track. I don't know what this sounds like. Let's split it right there and then let's do a reverse take again to get that swell effect. Blend it. And then we can literally just copy and paste until the end right here. I'm going to use Mishby. I've never really used this much before, but Spencer, the guy that joined Loreweaver, actually really made me love this plugin, like a lot. I'll put it on the DI and I'll show you what that's doing. Kind of sounds weird, but see how that sounds with the amp. Just give it some distortion, and I will do a repitch, and I will just do like up random 5, 7. That sounds awful, but let's see how it sounds in context. So there you have it. That is how I automate my riffs, how I automate my songs, how I do that, and how I go about that. If you have any more suggestions, again, my Discord link is in the description, or you can just comment below and help the algorithm, because you're so awesome. I don't have anything else to show today, so if you like the video, just let me know. If you hate the video, you can let me know too, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.